Come on in, come on in, guys. We got to get into this situation between Dwight Howard and his wife that he has now recently filed divorce, or he wants to be separated. Because if you guys recall, she did come out on social media and say the daughter had been taken and he on coke and me getting. That's what she said. Allegedly, this is what she said. These are her words, not mine. But Dwight Howard's wife, she just secured the bag, y'all. We're going to get into it. Like the video while the intro plays. Hit that bell because the tea don't stop.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Late 𝐾𝐨𝐬𝐿, queen of the plot. Hit that bell cause the tea don't stop. Hit that bell cause the tea don't stop. Okay, guys, let's get into it. I'm going to get into the documents with regards to their divorce filing and also the documentation that states that this man was putting his hands on this woman. We're going to get into it now. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, because it's been a minute since, this video had come out, in which Amy, she's still married to him, in which she said he pretty much put his hands on her. I'm sorry, she didn't say he put his hands on her in this video, but in this one, she's telling us that the child had been taken by CPS and that this dude had a problem with coke.
To know me, I am so prideful and so private. It hurt me so bad to have to even protect myself in this type of way. But my marriage has landed me in a very dangerous position. My stepdaughter was just taken by CPS because of her father. CPS and the police have been here 3 times in less than 3 months, and I stood in it with my husband, even though I was scared for my own self. Whatever he wanted me to say, whatever it was, I'm thinking this is my husband. I had everybody around me saying, even after I tried to divorce him the first time, everybody around me says, you can't leave your husband this soon. You said through sickness, through health, through this, you said through good or bad. That's why I came back, but this is going way too far. But it's not even about me, it's about the kids. The stuff that I have to go through with the kids, I have to be witnesses to. I mean, the police at the house, they ask me questions. I don't know how do I lie for my husband. I've never been married before. I'm in love with my husband. I don't want him to get in trouble, so of course I'll be his alibi, but this is going way too far. And now I'm getting mixed all in this. I have been with this man for 14 months. I cannot ruin my entire life for something that this person is doing. I just cannot do it. I tried to get so much help. I asked for counseling in our marriage. We went through 2 different counselors. When I say I love my husband, I don't want to leave my husband. But the positions he keeps putting me in, and it's all over nothing. I keep telling people he needs some help, y'all. I live with him. This is not him. This is not Dwight. This is trauma. This is everything he's been through, but just not the kids. I have to advocate for the kids. And I can't go down for what he's doing. So they took our daughter. And I'm just sitting there like, do I speak up? Do I be quiet? What do I do? But I caught this man. I caught this man forcing our 12-year-old son to cover for him, his son, to cover for him. He had him lying. I recorded it. He was coaching our son to lie on me, and I had to record it. And it's this shit. I try to tell everybody he needs some help, and ain't nobody would have fucking listened because he got the money. I kept saying, whatever, y'all don't understand. I live with him. He needs some help. And this is it. This is what I'm fucking losing my fucking marriage to. This shit right here. I told everybody, y'all gotta help him. He is spiraling. I'm in here with him. I'm trying to love him through it. I was gonna run out the door. I was gonna leave him. But everybody told me, don't leave him. He's struggling. I stayed, but not this year. We got the police involved. CPS, you're lying on me. You making up alibis. You got our son, my stepson, lying. And thank God I recorded it. And he innocent in this, but you said just to protect yourself, you would take anybody out, including me, and I can't let you do it no more. I don't want to share the dirty secrets. I don't want to go out like how everybody else did. To know me.
So, of course, that was the video in which Amy Luciani came out and pretty much told the world that Dwight Howard was doing coke, okay? Her words, not mine. Now, of course, Dwight Howard responded. In his response, he pretty much said that he don't do no coke. But, you know, people have been pretty much saying that same thing about Dwight for some time. If you guys recall, his ex Royce pretty much said the same thing, but Dwight posted a picture and pretty much to me laughed at Amy, basically saying he ain't on coke. Okay. So I'm trying to pull up that particular Instagram. I think it was like an Instagram picture is for some reason not coming up. But anywho, the reason why I wanted to do this video is I was able to obtain the court documents. And based on the court documents, it looks like Amy may have been allegedly assaulted. Okay. So we're going to get into that. And one of the reasons why I named the video, Dwight Howard's wife just secured half of his fortune, I will let you know in a minute. But let's get into these court documents that were filed, because she talks about physical abuse. And if you guys know, she essentially withdrew this petition. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. I think I just showed y'all the wrong one. So give me a second, because I think okay. So let me see here. Okay, so here is the petition that she filed. Now, this is the older one, but it's still good because this was filed just last year. If you guys recall, she ended up dropping this one, but I want to talk about it because it's very important. Now, in these videos that she's doing, she's pretty much, you know, taking up for him and saying, you know, she wanted to keep her marriage. I love my husband. But given this petition is given that she may have been a battered woman, that he had been putting his hands on her, y'all. And we're going to get into it. So this is what she filed last, I want to say, I think it was in July of last year, 2025. Okay, so this is what she filed with the Gwinnett court. It says she's requesting a temporary restraining order because she checked off simple battery. Unlawful restraint is what she's checked off on her documentation. Now, let's pay attention to number 7. She said, whenever my husband gets upset, he locks me out of our home. I have called the police a few times because my husband changes the gate code to our home. Now, keep in mind, guys, because I'm also going to play the newest 911 call in which she's saying the same thing. Now, this was what she said in July of 2025. She said he changes the gate code to my home, which is stopping me from entering. So let me kind of let y'all know they set up to the house. This is a huge mega mansion. You can't even get in the driveway without entering the gate code. It is the first thing. You cannot get in there. So by him changing the gate code, she can't get in. She said he has physically tried to remove me out of our bedroom. How is this man putting his hands on her, physically trying to remove her from the bedroom? She said by pushing me on the back, trying to forcibly push me out of our bedroom in the middle of an argument. My husband has laid on top of me, stopping me from getting up. She said, causing all of his body weight. He has given me something. It's hard for me to read this. Let me see if I can make this bigger because I can't. Let me see if I can read this. Really? Okay. She says, it's kind of hard to read. She says, he tried to remove me out of our bedroom by pushing me in the back, trying to forcibly push me out of our bedroom in the middle of an argument. My husband has laid on top of me, stopping me from getting up, using all of his body weight. So he's using his body to lay on her to stop her from getting up. He has given me something he claimed was a holistic tea, and it really was a drug called Molly. I got extremely sick and begged him to call EMT, and he refused. What? Yeah, this is crazy. She says there is an established pattern of behavior by the respondent involving acts of family violence. It's checked right here. The respondent has a pattern of continued substance abuse, which has caused family violence in the past. The video I just showed you, what did she say? She said he does what? Coke. So this is just consistent to what she has said in the past. So she asked for a protective restraining order. It's pretty much what she asked for. She's checked that he has a history of substance abuse. Respondent assaults her, who is the petitioner, when he gets drunk or high, excessive jealousy and excessive control of her. He has threatened her because he believes that the petitioner may be cheating. She checked, respondent has expressed fantasies about unaliving somebody or unaliving himself. She's checked, respondent is obsessive about her, or the respondent exercises ownership rights over her, or the respondent has told her words to the effect, if I can't have you, no one can. She's checked, the respondent has a mental health impairment such as depression or schizophrenia or he's paranoid. She said that there is a gun that is present in the home and readily accessible to him. That ain't all. I got more. That is not all, guys. So just give me a moment. Now, with that said, they don't have a prenup, okay? There's no prenup. But I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm going to tie it all together, momentarily. So keep in mind that was documents that she filed in the month of, let me get it right. I think it was July. So She requested a temporary restraining order. And here is the other document here, which states that, you know, she wanted to get a restraining order. Now, just so y'all know, you can't get a restraining order unless there is, you know, proof. But the fact that she went there and filed a restraining order for family violence. So it's very, you know, crazy that she obviously knew that this man was capable of putting his hands on, I mean, he was putting his hands on her. She stated in her petition that he was forcibly removing her from his, or should I say, their bedroom. But what did she do? She went in the same month and she requested that this be dismissed. Okay, stay in line here. So after requesting that this be dismissed, we know what happened because Dwight Howard essentially filed for divorce. But I'm going to want y'all to see this. This is actually the documentation where she went back and said, I want it dismissed. Now, in these cases, it seemed like they had gotten back together, which, girl, I don't know why you would do something like this, because essentially what she said was, you know, I mean, it had to be happening, because this came out on, I believe it was it Neighbor? I don't know. It's all over the blogs, but we're going to get into this. Because if you guys recall, she stated in her petition that she filed last year that this man was locking her out of the house. He was changing the gate code. And pretty much, you know, when they got into an argument, he was forcibly removing her from his bed, or should I say their bed, because it is essentially both of their homes. So let's kind of get into this. Her statement stays and remains the same.
Well, what's going on is my husband, this will be the third. Well, what's going on is my husband, this will be the third time. Whenever he gets upset, he locks me out of our estate. We live in a 35,000 square foot big home. It's Dwight Howard from the Lakers. Anytime he gets upset with me, I come home, the gate's locked. He just did it again. We had an argument. He lost custody of his daughter last night with CPS. He took it out on me, and he went all ballistic. I come home. I try to go back in the gate. He changed the gate code again. I said, Dwight, the police came out here before, and they told you. It is illegal to do this to Miss Howard. This is your wife. I've been here for 15 months. We've been married for 12. You can't do this. They warned him. Stop doing it. He did it again. So I'm locked out. I had to walk all the way through the woods, break in the side gate. I'm quite shocked the neighbors haven't called the police on me yet. It's raining. I'm embarrassed. I'm outside the gate. He locked me out again. I was not going to call, but I'm sick of it. I cannot keep being made to sleep in my car when my husband gets mad because he's a multi-millionaire and he's an NBA star. It's wrong. I want somebody to come out here. I don't know my rights as a wife,
Okay,
but for me to be standing outside, it's ridiculous.
Ma'am, I have a few questions for you. What's your first and last name?
It's Amber Howard.
Okay, and I'm just going to ask you some questions. Is there any alcohol or drugs involved today?
No, ma'am.
Okay, any weapons?
I mean, what does that mean? Like, do we own them in the house?
Does he have a weapon on him today?
Oh, no, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Do you guys have weapons in the house, though?
Oh, for sure, over 1,000. We have a gun room, a very nice gun room, but that's way far away from the house, on the property.
Okay, and where are you right now?
I'm standing outside in the rain.
And can you go ahead and give me a description of yourself so officers know who to look for? Are you black, white, Hispanic,
Of
or Asian,
myself?
ma'am? Yes, ma'am.
I'm black. I have on, yes, ma'am. I'm black. I have on blue jeans with a gray hoodie and a gray hat.
Gray hoodie, blue jeans. And black hat. Perfect. Okay, and where is he right now?
I have no clue. Our house literally is huge. I don't know where he's at, but I don't know. I'm sure he's looking at me standing at the gate looking stupid. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Do you have your car with you?
No, got Uber down.
Okay. All right, just stay right there for me, and we'll have officers there as soon as possible, okay? Call us if anything changes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Now, if you guys listen to what she said, one of the things that she consistently said is, you know, it's a big house and he's an NBA player. And, you know, she also said that this was his third time doing this. This was his third time locking her out, but yet it seemed like she wanted to still be there. Now, for some reason, you standing out in the rain, you Ubered down, he done changed the lock again, and you still want to be with him. She makes it known he's an NBA player and he got a lot of money. That's what that meant. But let's get into her first petition for divorce, because it's going to be very important to paint the picture that I'm trying to paint here. Okay. So let me make sure that's the right one. So I got a couple of documents. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get out of that one. All right. Let me share my screen. Okay. This is the original. I shouldn't say the original. This is the first complaint that was filed for divorce, and it hasn't even been a year ago. It was in July. This is important because she was the first person to file for divorce. Of course, you know, Dwight got in her good graces and, you know, they got back together. This is a standard divorce petition, okay? But one of the things I want y'all to pay attention to is this right here. Actually, just give me a second. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me share again because I want to kind of pay attention to specific stuff here versus getting into the entire document. Now, oh, shoot, it did it again. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to read it to y'all. So what I want you guys to understand, this is a standard divorce document, but one of the things to pay attention to is when she filed for the divorce, okay, the first time she was the plaintiff, he will be the respondent because he will be responding to her divorce. It states, plaintiff asks that all real property and all personal property be divided up equitably. I want it divided. So keep in mind, they're in the same marriage. There is no prenup, okay? She said she wants this to be divided. This was the first time. You think she changed her mind? It says plaintiff asks that all marital assets and debts, if any, be distributed by the court equal between the two. She asks for the court to consider and award a lump sum of alimony or any combination. So she asked for money the first time. I know y'all gonna say, well, what do that got to do with this time? It has a lot to do with this time simply because the first time was only about was it even 6 months? I don't even know if it was 6 months ago. Okay. So I don't know, maybe about 6 months ago. So the significance of this is now they are back in the same place. What's the difference? Okay, the difference is, I'm going to show you the difference. The only difference this time is he filed for divorce. That's the only difference. Well, in his divorce petition, he simply states he wants her to get out of his house. It's his house. He had it before he married her. He wants her gone. And that's pretty much it. And I said, this guy is goofy because there is no prenuptial agreement. She has documentation as to abuse. this is what it's giving, that you put your hands on her, that you mentally and physically and emotionally abused her. That is what it's given when I read the documentation. So how did Dwight Howard's wife, how did she just secure his fortune? I'm going to tell you how she secured his fortune, because there is no prenuptial agreement, guys. We just saw this happen with who? Simon and Portia. Well, they did have a prenuptial agreement, but Simon agreed to it, but then, felt like, hey, wait a minute. She wasn't as forthcoming as I thought she would have been. So therefore, I want them to reverse it, and the court didn't do it. In this case, there is no prenuptial agreement. So what I would say to Amy is be careful. If I was her, I would get the hell out of his house, because you may not wake up, because you can get half of everything this man owns. For one, she has documented several times that this man has been putting his hands on her. He has been locking her out of the house. She's had to call the police 3 times to get access to a home that she shares with him. Now, let me make sure y'all understand something else. I don't care if he bought this house before he married her. When you buy a house and you live in it with your wife or your husband, it is marital property. So the next thing, there is no prenuptial agreement. There's no prenuptial agreement. So if I was Amy, I would not take this dude back, and I would get the hell from around him, because I do not believe he is safe at all. In fact, we have heard this same thing about him before, like previous times, like everybody could not be making this shit up. Now, one of the things that I have noticed is with this new filing is that there's more restraining orders. So the court is looking at the documentation and seeing a pattern of people can't keep their hands off of somebody. So Amy just secured a massive fortune here. And in all honesty, I hope she gets it, because you locking this woman out of the house, you trying to put her out of the bedroom because of an agreement. This is all documented. So how is this going to go over? There's no prenuptial agreement. Amy, get your money, girl. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like the video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and make sure you do. And if you guys forgot, I hit my GoFundMe, because I am saving up money to buy a house. Now, let me kind of tell y'all how this goes. Now, I do have a loan and all of that great stuff, but in this hard market, sometimes these folks want cash, okay? Because they may have a cash buyer. And not only that, when you move in a house, child, you got to do all kind of stuff. You still got to pay closing costs. So listen, I said, if y'all can give it to, the African Ponzi scheme scammers, hey, I said, listen, she taught me something, because, honey, listen, donate to my Cash App, $5, whatever you can give away. And I do donate to people as well. So I thought about that. I said, you know what? If Tasha K can ask, so can I. So make sure y'all donate to my Cash App. I'm going to put it in the description. Oh, and I'm not using any of the money. It's going to stay there, because I also have a separate account that, I save money in as well. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I will catch you guys in the next.
While it's still too hot, 𝐬𝐮𝐿KS&x, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. 𝐬𝐮𝐿KS&x, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. tea don't stop.